Amigos and amigas, our prayers have been answered. A third plane has hit the Kaceytron tower. The first two were videos of mine, and I think the third one might be the most damaging, truth be told. So a friend of the channel who goes by Rob's Media recently made this video. She's cush crazy. Get it? Because she's a weed addict, despite the fact that she's asking for money, and I'm pretty sure she's taking money out of that GoFundMe so she could afford more Labubus and more weed. I haven't seen the video. I am very much looking forward to it because this video doesn't only cover the new controversy. This covers stuff that I didn't even know about. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get Rob's Media and Sense to 1 million subscribers. I already knew Kaceytron was horrible, but I think this really solidifies Kaceytron as possibly top 10 worst humans of all time.
You know, I feel like this is honestly my moment. Like, I feel like for years people are like, oh, Casey's dumb as f***, Casey's stupid, she's just a dumb stoner, she has no personality.
Sorry to pause so early. This is legitimately a Nightmare Blunt rotation. This looks like a Breaking Bad scene. Like, I could see Jesse Pinkman and his crew sitting on the floor doing all sorts of drugs out of frame as this is going on. This is hell. Honestly, I'd much rather die, like the worst death you could imagine, than to spend 2 seconds in this room.
I'm sure you've heard Kaceytron's name pop up again due to a drama of Ethan Klein, especially after he announced a lawsuit against her for copyright infringement, and I will be covering that towards the end of this video. But I want to use this as an opportunity to explore the multitude of other controversies Casey has gotten herself into. Today we'll be covering one of the dumbest members of Hassan Piker's current orbit.
As someone who just recently got into what a Kaceytron was, I am very much looking forward to this. I have no idea what to expect.
Kaceytron began streaming on Twitch around 2013, when she would have been 22 years old. She'd play games such as League of Legends and World of Warcraft, though many tuned in due to the persona she quickly crafted. At first glance, Casey seemed to be your typical booby streamer, wearing low-cut tops in order to attract horny men to her content. But in reality, Casey was a brilliant troll pretending to be a ditzy gamer girl. She'd act overconfident about gaming culture in order to rile people up, which would in turn bring more attention her way. I laughed a couple of times while watching some of her older clips. She was really good at maintaining bits and coming up with clever jokes. She'd soon gain connections with many other streamers like Soda Poppin', Grosscore, Katarino, Invader V, Forsen, Cutie Cinderella, and Destiny.
It's like 90% of Twitch streamers horrible, just bad individuals. Now maybe I'm biased because I know more YouTubers, and I don't think I know that many Twitch streamers, if any, truth be told. Like, almost everyone named here is either weird as fuck, is disgusting, or is a freak. What is going on with Twitch streamers? I used to think YouTubers had the worst reputation because, well, pedophiles. Now Twitch is worse. I'd rather be a YouTuber than a Twitch streamer.
Casey's most important connection around this time was the streamer Austin Cho, who used to go by Raj Patel. His whole bit was that he pretended to be an Indian guy, putting on the accents and everything.
I'm watching this, right? And I'm not trying to be biased because we are fair here in the Sense, aka the Sensitive Society YouTube channel. So I'm gonna be fair here and just be like, the lowdown is crazy from the 2010s to now.
And a dating show called The Bachelor. Casey's appearances on these shows became beloved in the Twitch community, with many finding her to be entertaining, despite not fully engaging with the rules of the show.
I'm Kaceytron.
Who?
Some people, you know who I am. Some people will say I'm the original Twitch thought, you know, so.
That's not true, Casey.
A Bachelor episode, with Casey being asked if she'd escape quarantine in order to kiss Quackity.
Casey, if he had the
fine.
coronavirus, would you kiss him?
Yes, and we would leave quarantine and we would try to spread it as much as possible because the world would be a better place without old and poor people.
Oh my God, Casey, what the fuck?
Based? Where is this Kaceytron? If this was her right now, I might even throw $5 to her GoFundMe. What happened to Kaceytron? Not only looks-wise, but also personality-wise. Now, this is a Kaceytron that I would watch every single day on Twitch and give my life savings to. Be like, here, queen, please read my name. Please read my name and wish me a good night so I could go to sleep with this audio on repeat 24/7, 365. Now, she went down the Hassan Orbiter path, and, well, look where that got her, so.
I said what I said.
Okay, well, Well, I think you'd have to live with
Was
that,
who
I
won?
suppose.
Babes?
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Ellie Moon. Ellie Moon, go ahead.
Well, and I'd already have it because
want
we'd be
that-
fucking every day.
Casey then takes a massive bong rip and starts viciously coughing. The clip did not immediately go viral, but did get spread on livestream fails, leading to Twitch taking notice. They banned her account on the 17th, leading to Casey making a statement. I've been indefinitely suspended because of an insensitive comment I made last week. I don't condone hatred towards any person, and it was a poor reflection of my character. I'm just trying to take this all in right now. I ask that my audience please remain calm and rational.
This is super tamed. She got banned for this, but not for stealing content later on? What the fuck? That's the thing with Twitch, their rules are so inconsistent. You don't know what is right and what is wrong. So making a joke about homeless people, which it isn't even that bad. It was nothing. And on top of that, it was a joke. It's like, oh, if you're homeless, just buy a home. LOL. It's like, it's stupid, right? No one takes that seriously. No one should. It's a dumb joke. People on Twitch have said and done a lot worse, and they haven't been banned. So, I don't know. I'm not here to defend Kaceytron here, but it's like, it's not fair. This isn't ban-worthy, all right? You literally have someone spreading terrorist propaganda on your website every single day. But that's not ban-worthy, but someone making a joke about homeless or poor people is. It is Twitch. It is Den Clancy. I guess Den Clancy wasn't gooning to Kaceytron.
Obviously, it was a joke, but that doesn't excuse it. It was in poor taste and my fault. It's understandable why she chose to apologize for this, but I'm going to go out on a limb and defend her here. It was clearly a joke made in character, and there's a difference between that and people that legitimately thought that was a good idea to leave quarantine early. I think she was unfairly suspended, though it's funny how this was her longest ban compared to some of the other things she's been banned for.
Okay, so it was a quarantine joke. It's still, in my opinion, not ban-worthy. Like, it wasn't even that bad. I've heard worse. This is what gets you banned? I don't know. It's stupid.
Yes, you read that right. We're going over a Kaceytron cheating scandal. But this isn't relationship drama we're covering. It's even more pathetic than that. In May 2021, Casey was brought on as a contestant on Ms. Kiff's game show, Schooled, a production put on by a streaming organization, OTK. During this stream, Kaceytron was incredibly cocky and would mock her opponents for losing to someone as mentally slow as she is.
Josh, I'm sorry. You are eliminated from the show.
It is
The
what it
girls,
is.
the girls win this week. Kaceytron with 1 F, Amaranth with 2, and Josh. I'm sorry, buddy. Trust me, I was on your side. I wanted boys rule, girls rule, but you're wrong. You got 3rd place though. How's it feel?
Would have preferred winning.
Yeah, definitely winning is definitely the better suit. You got 100 gifted subs, but
You
Josh,
lost to a stoner and a hot tub streamer.
Damn.
Get fucked.
You look
It
so
is
dumb
what it
now.
is.
I've
I'll
already
never
won.
live
It
this
is.
down.
It is what it is.
I know. I'm ready to pack it up now. I'm like, we win.
All right.
She would actually win this episode, beating Amaranth by correctly guessing Rio de Janeiro as the city Christ the Redeemer is located.
No hate. How dumb do you have to be to lose to a hot tub streamer and to a stoner? Like, if I lost, I would go back to university because it just ain't no way. I don't know what the questions were, but I guarantee you guys I would have won. This should have been the biggest red flags when you have a hot tub streamer and a stoner winning the competition. Something ain't right here. Something ain't adding up. I wonder what it is.
Kaceytron going from the stoner of the class to to winning the entire show.
I'm sure Miskiff was thinking something is wrong.
Kaceytron taking it,
Do
winning.
drugs.
Hey, mods, please get that out of here.
She then gives this long, drawn-out speech about how she actually proved something to herself by coming on the show.
Like, I feel like I really proved something today, and I feel like this day will be remembered in Twitch history. The day where Kaceytron proved that she wasn't just a dumb stoner.
You are not just a dumb stoner. You are a dumb stoner who got past almost into the 10th grade. Congratulations, Casey. You won 200 gifted subs, and you are going to the finals for $10,000
There's a finals? With who?
in 6 weeks with everybody who won.
However, there were many things off at this episode, as fans noticed multiple contestants who cheated. This includes Amaranth, who was clearly looking at a second monitor, and Casey, who most definitely used a calculator under her desk.
Of course. Wouldn't this be obvious? Like, once again, not to be rude, but I mean, I really need to spell it out.
That is 23 times 153. Time is up. Kaceytron, put your hands up. What are you doing, Casey? Oh, that's one hand. I see it. There's the 2. Kaceytron, what did you put? 256.
What? Were you in the middle of it? Or you're not done yet?
She's speechless. She doesn't know what to say.
You're on mute, Casey. We can't
Okay,
hear you.
she just doesn't want to talk to us right now. She's
Oh shit! Sorry, no, I was in the middle of it. Like I started to figure it out, but then I.
Yeah.
I don't know where you were going with that because 256 is not even anything in that problem at all.
Wait, you're telling me this bimbo doesn't have the brain capacity to do basic math? God, I'm shocked, I tell you. Mind blown.
First question. Which of the following is not a square?
Gah, this is too hard.
Ms. Kiff would call this out on its next stream, being purposely vague in order to not name specific people.
I think the reason why people cheat in my show is because they have something to prove. Is because they want to prove to other people that maybe they're not stupid or dumb or they are, you know, they actually could be smart. But in reality, I see it all. And it ruins the show. We put hundreds of hours into the show, and the fact that people have no integrity for it, it's pathetic.
I mean, come on, Miss Give. Like, just look at the contestants, all right? You don't have the brightest people there. I wouldn't cheat, and if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose my way in. And honestly, I'm not gonna be pulling up my second and third monitor. Why cheat? It's like if you're cheating in this, what else are you cheating on? You know what I mean? I don't know, it's pathetic, especially for a game show. It's like, are you really that stupid? You couldn't take time out of your day? You couldn't take a 5-minute break from your smoking session to learn how to do basic math? But once again, if I was hosting this and I had a Kaceytron and 2 other titty streamers, I would keep my eyes on them.
Anthony would be the one to directly call her out, leading Casey to be in complete denial of her cheating.
He is going to accuse me of cheating because he has something to gain from it. You know, that person specifically, and he knows that for whatever reason, people will just believe what he says. Like I said, that one question, the 36, you know, what percent of 36, what percent is 36 of 80 is somewhat easy because it's less.
It's like 30.
Well, it's
or
less
what?
than half, right? Because you know that 36.
No, it's like 40.
36.
Yeah, she cheated. Case closed, Rob's Media. Case closed to everyone. Now, am I surprised? Of course not. Of course I'm not surprised. I guarantee you she doesn't even know how to spell her own name.
Kaceytron, aware that she could get exposed for this, began coping on Discord, writing out an entire Dark Viper-style rant through multiple messages.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying!
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy? And why is he screaming? I don't like him already. He looks like he's 50 years old. Dude, you should be with your wife, not fucking crashing out. Once again, I have no idea who this is, nor do I have the context, nor do I care to look it up, alright? He seems annoying and cringy. There's no reason to be this loud, my dude.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying! What is wrong with you?
The pressure soon got to her though, and she later confessed to Ms. Kiff privately. Wanted to come forward and admit to cheating on Ms. Kiff's show. I have apologized to him and refunded. I feel badly for my actions. It just seemed like other people were cheating, so it felt like, why not? Cheating isn't fun and ruins things. It also sets a bad precedent for more to do the same thing. Let's keep things fun and lighthearted, and not be the egotistical narcissists that everyone expects. Sorry for disappointing you guys. At least I didn't hire a team of scientists. This was clearly a jab at Dream, something he took with great humor. And that day, Kaceytron hated Dream's stand so much that she became one, even going as far as trying to imitate his past controversies. She became what she despised. Dream, I'm too high for this. I can't right now. Is this real? She would briefly respond on stream following her admission, joking about how pathetic she is to make people pity her.
Before we get started on the stream, the sandwich making, I'm trying to be a good woman now and just stick to, you know, sandwich making and not gaming or trivia.
Good. Gotta stay in your lane. If you're cheating, you are lame. Sensitive Society 2025. I want that to be one of the great quotes I have. Like, the only reason why she came out about it and the only reason why she's talking about it is because she got caught. It's not out of the kindness of her heart. I guarantee you, if no one would have noticed, she would have went all the way with it. She would have kept the money.
Casey does address her initial denial of the situation, knowing that it made her come across as slimy.
Just to reiterate, I actually do feel awful on so many levels.
Empathy.
And yes, there was a point where I doubled down before I admitted to cheating. And looking back, I feel embarrassed and stupid about that too. I think it's, I don't know, somewhat normal stages of denial. Like, I was in denial and I was just trying to justify it.
Having a calculator to help you means you cheated on the show, though I'm sure she'd cheat on that too if asked a question about it. The overall problem is that she would have never apologized if people like Destiny and Asmongold didn't call her out. Asmon, one of the co-founders of OTK, said she should be blacklisted from future company events, cutting a major connection she had with the general Twitch community.
How do we stop the cheating? Simple. We never invite people who cheated on the show back ever again, and we never do content with them again. That's what I'm gonna vote.
I agree with that. If you cheat once, you should be automatically disqualified and you should never be allowed to enter those, because it's like, are you gonna cheat again? Are you gonna do it again? It's like, how can you trust someone like that to come back to your show and be faithful? And you're not coming back in, little bro. I don't know. Asmongold seems pretty reasonable. No, money is on the line. You're getting free promo. You're potentially winning a pretty handsome amount of money, 10K, if not more, right? You're getting gifted Twitch subs. It's like, you're getting a lot of stuff. And it's like, if you don't think you're good enough for it, then don't participate. I'm horrible at math. I'll just straight up say it. I am not a math person, never have. And that is the reason why I would never in a million years enter a math contest, even if the grand prize was $1 million. Why? Because I suck.
Going after Asmongold when he called out protesters who were unlawfully blocking roads, Kaceytron would respond by mocking his uncleanliness, as Asmon lives like a hoarding cave troll. His bedroom is like walking into a house at Halloween Horror Nights. Asmon is pretty used to these jokes by now, so he called her out on her own lifestyle. You're fat, and you spend your life smoking weed and doing drugs. If anyone's a stinker, it's you.
I mean, if you ask me right now, Sense, what house would you rather live in or spend a few nights at? Asmongold's house or Kaceytron's house? The first thing I would say is I'd rather die, but if I had to choose, I'll probably prefer to stay at Asmongold's house, but at least it's not going to smell like piss, laboo-boos, and weed.
What ramped up the drama is when people found this tweet. Thankfully, XQC's lifestyle hasn't led indirectly to the death of one of his parents, yet. So he has that going for him over Asmon at least. Kaceytron had liked that tweet, something she owned up to on stream.
I'll admit, I did like that tweet, and I have a lack of respect for Asmongold after letting his mom with COPD live in those sort of conditions. I'm sorry. Like, you're a millionaire, you have all of the resources in the world. Why is your sick mother living like that? Like, I'll say it, I don't care. If that makes me a bad person, still miles above of Asmongold.
The double down is why I find her liking that tweet to be horrendous. She genuinely believes Asmon has something to do with his mother's death, without knowing the ins and outs of that situation. There's no proof of Asmon neglecting his mom. Kacey just thinks this because she suffered from COPD, and assumes Asmon didn't take good enough care of her.
He had money to do something about it, and he chose not to. And I just don't have any respect for him.
But it's like, how could you know that? Like, this goes beyond drama or slop or whatever it might be. We're talking about someone's mom who is dead. Do you know the full story? Do we know the full story? No. Is it our business? Truth be told, it's none of our business. So for Kaceytron to speak with such authority is pretty gross and, once again, in bad faith. How do you know? Were you there? Has Asmongold openly said, yeah, I didn't care about my mom, I just threw her to the corner and that's it, mom. See ya. Especially when you don't know the full story. So, dog, we're talking about someone's dead mom, and you don't know the full story either. So
she tripled down in November 2024, tweeting, I think a great sin is being a millionaire and letting your sick mother live in absolute filth without even lifting a finger, or using any of your endless resources to do anything about it. So awful. A ton of other creators lambasted her for this, including XQC, who called out her hypocrisy in shaming Asmon's lifestyle. She responded back by claiming he abuses Adderall. And to be fair, he does take Adderall for his ADHD, but I haven't seen any proof of him abusing it. Honestly, I think Kacey needs to get back on Adderall so she can stop spazzing out on Twitter.
We fitness age 80?
The biggest kicker is, she's best friends with one of the biggest incels on the internet, Mike from PA. If you don't know who Mike is, he's this failed politician turned streamer who yaps all day about committing violence on his political opponents, while looking like Hagrid if he was 5'4". If anyone here is an incel, it's definitely the lord ass who thinks all Jews are demonic. Just a wholesome chunkist socialist.
So this is the guy calling us incels, right? This is... Sure, buddy. Sure. I mean, if this guy is calling me an incel, I guess I'm doing something right in my life.
Somebody asked if I was straight, and the answer is I'm so woke that it seems like I'm gay.
Alright, bro. Bro wants to be different so bad. Sit down, little bro.
Okay, yeah, that's a good.
No one cared.
Somebody asked if I was straight, and the answer is I'm so woke that it seems like I'm gay.
Okay, yeah, that's a good. I think that's good.
Your tone seems very pointed right now.
Of course, they haven't, as even on a good day, she'll get like 400 viewers. Now for a smaller streamer starting out, those are good numbers, but for someone like Casey who's been doing this for over a decade, it's fucking terrible, resulting in her doing outlandish publicity stunts.
What is this? What is this demonic thing that I'm seeing? Is this a Labubu? Or is this a plus size Labubu? What the fuck is this, dude? Bro, if I was 35 doing this shit, I would reconsider my life choices. If I'm 35 years old and I'm making a fucking Labubu costume, meanwhile I'm stoned out of my mind, I would call my mom and ask her, Mom, at what time did you lose hope in me? And why didn't you stop me sooner? What people need to do to pay the rent. I mean, it says here $1 equals 1 minute. Sad. If I ever do this, guys, you know that I lost. This video is way too long and I feel like I'm a terminally online person. So I think I've had enough, guys. I don't know how to end this video, but if you made it this far, I appreciate you. I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate you watching. Whether you're new, you just found the channel today or a few weeks ago, or you've been watching for 3, 4, 5 years, I appreciate you. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I hope you have a great evening or morning or night, whatever it might be for you. I will now go take a shower because I smell like weed even though I don't smoke. But watching this Kaceytron video really got me the scent of weed. So I gotta go take a shower now. Anyways, Sense out. Sense has left the building. Peace.